Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Fucking finally to another episode of Brad's Bourbon Reviews, the podcast. On the line with me, you can hear he's not in person. He is here via the phone, and he is gracing your ears with whatever the fuck that noise is in the background, killing me. This might not work. What is that? What are you doing? No. Do you have headphones in, you fuck?
Yes, I do. I have headphones in, of course. I'm not just talking into my phone's fucking speaker outlet.
You sound like you're talking into a fucking Ericsson phone from 1996. That's better. Whatever you changed or wherever you walked to sounds better.
How about now? You got me?
Yes, sound good. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another. Hang on, let's start over. 3, 2. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another glorious episode of Brad's Bourbon Reviews, the podcast. I'm Brad, and today, oh shit, we're back. We're fucking back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to be back. Before I introduce my co-host here, I want to explain where we've been. We haven't been anywhere. I've still been making videos. I've still been uploading it. But here's what did happen. We had 6 episodes that we had recorded, and I have a circulation of SD cards. I have since labeled them after this fiasco to avoid something like this happening again. So I have 4 SD cards, and I went to use one of the SD cards, put it in the camera to shoot a video, and I hit format just to make my life easier. And as I hit the format button and hit OK, and it said, "Are you sure?" and I said yes, I realized that SD card had 6 one-hour-long episodes of the Brad's Bourbon Reviews podcast. And I just didn't have it in me to redo these episodes. So we just took a little bit of a break, but we're back. And joining me is my co-host somewhere in Central Florida, coughing and dying, is the legend himself, the Buffalo Trace hater himself, WTimmy67, the BSK. What's up, Timmy?
What's up, man? What's going on? Yeah, you're an idiot. You deleted our episodes, but It is what it is.
Sure did. Sure as shit am an idiot, and sure as shit did delete those.
Yeah,
so we're doing good.
It's late July, so it is what it is, man. Fuck it.
It's late July, bro. It's dude, I can't believe this year is over half. Like we're heading into, since we live in Central Florida and I'm a Disney guy, it's almost Halloween essentially. Like this is when they start doing it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, like they're already. I already heard a thing on the radio this afternoon about Horror Nights here at Universal. Like It's fucking August.
It's not even August,
and you're already planning fucking Halloween. What the fuck?
I have you ever done Halloween Horror Nights?
I did it twice. And it was fun, but not for me. Just too many people, too long standing in line, too hot. I'm good.
Yeah, those are complaints for sure. Those things are very accurate, but it's so fun. We do every few years. We'll do the frequent fear pass, like basically the annual pass, quote unquote, season pass for that.
Right.
And, it's so up my alley. What we just get hammered and go like we Uber. And we just get blitzed and go do these haunted houses. It's so much fun. It's like me and Holly's little tradition. It's so fun.
Yeah, the last time I was out there was when the last time they did the Walking Dead houses.
Nice. Okay.
When it was when Walking Dead was doing the whole prison theme, so I saw that, and the time after that was when they did Aliens and Predator. That was a big thing.
Fuck
so
yeah.
it was fun. It was cool. Not exactly up my alley. Just the time and the hotness and the waiting line. It's cool for that 3 minutes, but otherwise, man, I'm good.
I love it. The crowds have just gotten so out of hand over the last few years.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's
man.
wild. I mean, it's absolutely insane. But I love it so much. If people don't know, I'm a big dork. I listen. I'm a Star Wars fan. I love comics. I love Marvel. And as we're recording this, some crazy news broke about Marvel and the MCU. And I told you before we started, this is fucking crazy. On. Yeah, the Hall H panel for Marvel is going on as we're speaking and recording this. And all my friends keep texting me like, "Holy shit, did you see this?" Did you ever watch the show Dexter from Showtime?
I never got into that. One of one of my exes was very into that. Just wasn't my cup of tea, you know? You just run across those shows that aren't your thing. You can appreciate it for what it is.
Do you have a thing? Because everything is not your thing.
I don't know, man. I don't get into anything that's death or horror or anything like that. It's just not my thing.
I have friends like that. I get it. I'm the opposite. As dark and gory as we can get, let's fucking go. But anyway, I bring that up because they're doing a prequel series, and it's gonna be like set in the 1990s with him like as a younger guy. And
nice,
crazy good cast. And we knew this show was coming. They had announced it a while back, but they have a big presence at Comic-Con this year. And they are doing a sequel series. So last year they released like a mini series of it called New Blood, and it was a continuation of where the actual show left off. And this is called Dexter Resurrection. And this is going to take place after this series. And spoiler alert for Dexter New Blood if you haven't watched it yet. It's presumed that he dies at the end of that. And he came out and was like, did he die? Because they didn't show him actually die. They just show him getting shot. So who knows? And it's like the internet is on fire. But it's even more on fire now. Yeah, it's even more on fire now because just now they announced, and then I swear we'll get into other shit here, but they just announced that Robert Downey Jr. is back in the MCU, and he's not back as Iron Man. He's back as Doctor Doom.
That's going to be really interesting. See, that's one of the cool things I love about this weekend every year. And I'm not trying to piggyback, but while it's my birthday weekend, it's Comic-Con, man. Like,
yeah, dude.
Fuck me, dude. Comic-Con is like, and I look back as like the last Comic-Con I was really hyped about was when Watchmen was getting ready to come out.
Ooh.
Oh man, I literally remember standing buying tickets and someone like, "Oh, I just want to see a movie." Like, dude, go to Watchmen. It's going to be amazing.
I hated that movie when it came out.
Oh, but really?
Here's why. So here's the thing. I worked at a movie theater at the time, and but no. I just didn't know anything about it. So I found out this like new superhero movies coming out. And I'm like, oh, cool. It's going to be like the superhero movies of the time, like the Fantastic Fours and the Spider-Man and the Daredevils and those kind of movies. And it is not that movie.
Oh, no.
No, it's not at all. And I remember being so bored with how long it was. But I have not seen it again as an adult. But there were things even then I really liked. But like I love Rorschach. There's cool
visually,
shit. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
Visually, Watchmen was amazing.
I wonder if it holds up.
I dare anyone to say that Watchmen wasn't some of Zack Snyder's best work.
I still think his best is 300. I watched that movie not too long ago with my son, and that movie taps into men in a way that not a lot of shit does.
Yes, I mean, I think personally, just because of the bullshit they made it into, the Snyder cut of Justice League is probably his best work to date. But you can't take nothing away from 300.
I forgot about that. I forgot about
you can't take nothing away from 300 at all, man.
That movie's incredible.
300 and what we were just saying about Watchmen, visually, fuck the story. The story don't matter. Visually was amazing.
The story's incredible. I mean, like it's just this perseverance shit. Like it's insane, and it holds up. That's what's crazy. I mean, I watched it like a month ago with Bentley. And it's just such a good movie. Like, it's just everything about it is just so good. I love it. I love that movie. It's incredible.
Right?
Well, dude, happy birthday. And I
Thank you.
And I know this, and we'll start talking. This was like a fucking Star Wars, or like it's like we did an episode of Fourth Mother Box or something.
This is geekdom here.
Yeah, I'm very passionate about these things. I love them so much.
As am I, man.
But it was your birthday, and I know that you were holding back on a very special bottle. Why don't you tell people what?
Yes, I was.
Also, are you drinking anything right now? What are you doing? What are you drinking?
No, not at the moment. I'll go in and enjoy something here in a few minutes.
Before we get into this, no, go ahead. I want to talk about my upcoming barrel pick, but we'll talk about it after this.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. For my birthday, I enjoyed I celebrated last night. My birthday was on Thursday, I was in BSK dad mode, so I go a little easy during the week. So I celebrated last night.
And by the way, easy with you only means 450 drinks at once.
It only means like 5 a night. But no, at Thursday at midnight, I finally opened up and enjoyed the Maker's Heart Release bottle. And after 3 nights of taste testing it, I do believe it needs some time to air out and open up. But if you can get past the spiciness, it is a tour de force of flavor, at least from my perspective. And it took me a few minutes of holding it in my mouth and sort of swishing it to like, okay, that burn, okay, ooh, that burn feels nice. And then when you hit the swallow, it was like, wow, it's hot, but 10, 15 seconds later, damn, it was super sweet vanilla, brown sugar, Pop-Tart syrupy goodness, man.
All right, here's the thing.
Really hit me good.
Here's the thing. You're 100% being a homer about this because you love Maker's Mark so much. This bottle's trash.
I do love, yes, I want to
That's fine.
prefix this.
That's fine because I'm the same way with Jack Daniels. I'm the same way with Jack. I give Jack I'll give something that I love, like a brand like that or Buffalo Trace, not the benefit of the doubt, but I'll be like, it's good, it's good. Even when I don't, I sell someone's full of shit when their voice is high.
But I'm being subjective by saying, hey, in 4, 5, 6 months, it might change. I'm basing
but
off
dude,
of
good bourbon doesn't have to fucking do
scrap.
that. Good bourbon doesn't have to do that. No one's ever said, hey, open that George T. Stagg and let it just sit there for 6 months and then go back to it. No,
but you never.
No,
but that's
I'm
the
sure.
thing, you never know.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to. Yeah, you never know because no one ever gets that fucking long in that bottle. It just fucking people crush it. A good bottle does not need time. A good bottle is a good bottle out the thing. If you need to have evaporative loss for the bottle to be good, it's not a good bottle. Period.
I mean, I
don't give a fuck who makes it. I don't give a fuck if Jesus Christ himself started a distillery, and it was called like Blood Water or some shit, and it was it was really strong. But then I don't know what I'm doing. Help me, save me, please.
I mean, if you want a 1 through 10 right now on Maker's Heart Release, man, I give it a 7.8. Easy. That's
way too high.
I mean, that's again. I love Makers. It holds a special place in my heart.
Totally.
It hits me differently.
Yep, 100%. I found it tasted really young. It had that, I always tell you this whenever I taste something that tastes young, it has that shiny vanilla note.
Yeah, that
fresh off the still note.
That that
metallic vanilla.
Metallic. Yep. Yeah, metallic.
That's not something.
What I was trying to say.
So anything that has that to me should not be a special release. Point blank. Period.
Well, it has that, but then it again, all tastes are subjective. It hits me different in the middle where it sort of rounds out and balances towards the finish. And again, man, we all know you open a bottle in 6 months, it's going to taste a little bit different. I don't care what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It's all subjective to what you like.
Absolutely. And I want to be very clear about this. I'm very happy that you liked it because I know how upsetting it is when you get a bottle from like a distiller that you really like and you try it and you're like,
absolutely,
fuck, man, fuck. Especially when you saved it for a special occasion. So I want everyone to know that I'm very happy that you liked it. But in my opinion, which is what this podcast is me talking about my opinion and your opinion, right? In my opinion,
me, right?
No, I said and your opinion, but I'm talking about I'm speaking for me right now. For me, it tasted young and it tasted like it had been overly finished, and it tasted like they put a 3-year-old aged I would guess probably it's a 4-year-old bourbon that they finished for 18 months.
I don't know, man. The standard Maker's Mark is anywhere from 6 to 9.
Yeah, is it though? Is it?
I mean, again,
a 6-year-old bourbon doesn't have that fucking shiny vanilla taste to it.
Unless it states it on the label, it's all quote unquote transparency.
Well, hang on a second. I have it right here. Let me see. Does it say straight bourbon? Because straight indicates at least 2, right?
Yeah, I think straight
Kentucky straight
indicates
bourbon
about a 2 to 3.
I think it's 2. Yeah, I just first off, the bottle design is gorgeous. I like this a lot for their special release bottles. It's gorgeous.
Damn near second to none.
It's beautiful. Well, that's not true, but it's very pretty. It's very, very pretty. I like that. I like that they put the notes on the front: caramel, chocolate, maple. But it drinks way too hot for it to be like $80.
It definitely drinks hot. I noticed, and I think I said that to you last night, man. Was BEP was sweet on the front and sour on the finish. Heart Release was sour on the front, sweet on the finish. So it was sort of flip-flopped.
You know what's weird about all this wood finishing shit? Have you ever read the labels?
Meaning?
Have you read the front of the label on any of the special releases? The wood finishing?
I mean a little bit.
They're all the same thing. It's Maker's Mark with 10 virgin oak staves.
Yeah, it's Maker's Mark with this or Maker's Mark with that.
Dude, no. They're all 10 virgin oak staves. It's all the same shit. They're all the same. Go look at any bottle. All right. I'm reading right now. Maker's Mark Wood Finishing 2022 limited release. Tasting notes, deep caramelized barrel notes, accented with some tastiness. Oh, toastiness. Sorry, this is really hard to read. And a warm finish. Stave details: 10 toasted American oak stave, 10 virgin toasted American oak staves. All right, ready? And this is BRT02. This is tasting notes: a dark expression filled with notes of fruit, chocolate, and fruit, nut, and chocolate. Stave details: 10 virgin toasted French oak staves.
So some are American, some are French.
This one is BEP. Tasting notes and expression with prominent wood sugars bringing forth strong notes of vanilla, caramel, and sweet spice. Stave details: 10 virgin toasted American oak staves. And the heart release is 10 virgin oak staves.
Yeah.
It's all the same shit, bro. How many times are we gonna do the same shit?
No, I agree. I am not opposed to giving makers criticism where they deserve it. They definitely need to sort of revamp a little bit.
If this is the direction that the wood finishing series is going, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, like the first
all
one,
the other ones, BEP and BRT 01 and 2 are both better than this.
Yeah,
if you're gonna quote finish the wood finishing series, you should have left it with BEP because that shit was incredible.
Yeah, BEP was a hell of a finish.
You know what? God damn it! I'm gonna pour some BEP right now. I haven't had this shit in a year. Hang on. You carry the show. Keep talking.
Wood finishing, the Wood Finish Series 1 Heart Release was very good and very different, but I don't think it held up to BEP. Now, if they have further aspirations down the road, like, hey, our bottle 3 of 5 or 5 of 5 is going to kick the shit out of anything we've done, cool. But then you should have at least brung the heat a little bit with Heart Release. Now,
dude, that's exactly how I feel. You brought the shit back. Let's fucking go.
We all know how the shit is distilled. You get your super high proof, and then you get your hearts of your distillation, and then your tails.
Yep.
So if that's what you're going for, the super, super enriched, super high quality premium hearts of your distillation, that's a cool vibe. I can get down with that. But then make that a singular expression as opposed to anything else. Don't have it a part of your wood finish series. Have that the Heart Release. This is on the level.
But you know that's not what they mean when they say heart, right? They've on the label that says like it's the heart of the distillery. Yo, if that's what you're putting out as like your best of the best, that shit's bad for you. That's not good.
True. No, I agree, but that's what I'm trying to say is if you're going to have your Heart Release be the best of the best, you want to release that as your sort of Coy Hill, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is the best.
It's got to come out. You got to put your dick on the table.
Yeah, just flop it out.
Like Jack did with the 10 and 12. They're like, okay, we're back.
Exactly. This is the best of the best Makers has to offer.
Exactly.
This is what we're going to do with number one.
Or if not best of the best, if not best of the best, like really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like this is really good. Like BEP is my favorite of the wood finishing series, I think.
We're going to make motherfuckers talk about this shit.
Exactly. Like everyone was clowning on Jack Daniels for how long? You know, and then they started doing these like one-off single barrels like the Eric Church and shit. And they're like, Jack Daniels just does like
BPs.
Yeah. And you know, then the barrel proof rye, and then like the koi, like all that shit starts coming out, and they're like, oh no, you all motherfuckers must have forgot. And also, it's not that people forgot, they lost their way. Like Jack had lost their way. They were just complicit with doing bullshit. They lost their heart, man. But see, this is why I love Buffalo Trace. Hear me the fuck out. And don't roll your fucking eyes at me.
No, I'm gonna hear. You know me, man. I'll hear you out.
A few years ago, they did not release a George T. Stag. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do. Yes,
because they said
this is what we debated. That was 22 and 23 ABC. Yes,
yes, and they said it's not good, and we're not releasing it because it doesn't live up to our standards. I think Maker's Mark should have tasted this shit and gone, maybe we'll push this release, because I would have respected the fuck out of it if they'd have gone, this ain't ready yet. This ain't ready yet. Or just completely abandon the project. Like if it's too late and you've already finished it and it's just not good, it is way better for your brand to live up to expectations and to not just release something because you think you have to. That's crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, man. Like rather than make this be the upfront first release of your new finished series, why not just make Heart Release a special edition?
Yeah, something like if I own Maker's Mark and I try this and I'd be like, okay, this is good enough to be like something else, but like we can't come out with this being number one.
Yeah, this has got to like, hey, this is really, really good, but we need to sort of set this aside to find a quote crown jewel.
Dude,
you know,
if this was a Maker's Mark cast strength, I don't remember the proof on this, like 117 or something. Oh. If this was like a Maker's Mark cast strength where it was $40 and I had that, I'd be like, that is phenomenal. Dude, but this at $100 ain't it.
If Heart Release, $60 out the door, done.
Yeah, 100%.
Amazing.
I agree.
And that's what I'm waiting for a distillery to turn around and do that. Like, okay, Buffalo Trace and Jack and this guy and this guy. Hey, we're going to release our brand new special Fancy Pants edition bottle. We're going to come in and undercut everybody at $55. It's going to create buzz. And if Makers did something like that where, okay, here's a special release. It's not our wood finishing series, but here's a little something to get you through until we release that maybe Christmas time. I would have no problem with that at all.
Yeah. You know, speaking of distilleries doing like 6-year releases for $50.
Oh my! I think we have breaking news music.
All right. So first off, before I get into this, I know not everyone that watches the videos listens to the podcast and vice versa, right? I know that. But I need to shout you guys out. Fucking, it has been overwhelming the amount of views that I have gotten lately.
That's good shit.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm hitting thousands of views on YouTube, hitting tens of thousands on fucking TikTok. I got a video last week that hit 52,000 views.
I've got multiple people asking me who the fuck you are. Like, oh, that's your boy. Like,
oh, really?
Fuck yeah, that's my boy. Yeah.
That's interesting. So I got sent. So let me back up a little bit. I am from North Carolina. I'm from Alabama. I grew up in Alabama until I was like 7, and then I moved to North Carolina where I grew up, and I have lived there. I moved back to Alabama at one point in my life when I was in my like early 20s. Actually, I think I was younger than that. I was like late teens, early 20s. And then I've lived there. I've lived in Alabama, North Carolina, Florida. That's where I've lived in my lifetime. So I am obviously a big bourbon dork, and I am going back home like 2 years ago. Or a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. I forget exactly what. It was a year ago. Going back home to North Carolina, and I find out that right outside my hometown is a distillery called Conviction. or the distillery is called Southern Grace Distillery. They make a bourbon called Conviction Straight Bourbon Whiskey, and I knew about them before this. Actually, I'm getting my timeline a little screwed up.
Which is, by the way, a very good bourbon.
We will get into this. We will get. I promise.
Oh, we're going there.
I promise. We'll get into this. So remember, I've told you, Timmy, that I used to watch Whiskey Tribe even before I was like really, really into bourbon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I just like Rex
and
Daniels.
I love Whiskey Tribe, man.
I'm so sad they're done, but
yeah,
I used to love them. So I just love their dynamic, and they taught me a lot about whiskey before I got into whiskey. Really, my first quote expensive bottle I ever bought was Green Spot because of a review they did, and I remember watching it.
Hell yeah.
Postulate Irish whiskey. I learned what that even meant because of them. So I give them a lot of credit for my bourbon inspiration. Anyway, that's where, you know, when I do my videos, I go, let's give it a nosing. Let's see how we feel. That's because that's from Bourbon Tribe. Anyway, so they did a video on Conviction, and like I remember Conviction Bourbon, like, this is really good bourbon, and they're not big into bourbon. So for them to say anything bourbon is like good, like really good, it means a lot, because they're not big into bourbon. They're Scotch and Irish whiskey guys. And they like American single malt too now. So I do some research on this distillery, and I found out that while I was up in North Carolina on a visit, they were doing a single barrel pick for Father's Day, right? And before this, I had actually been up to North Carolina a few times, and I had done a review of one of their bottles, and I loved it. I was like, this is incredible. Like, holy shit, this is really, really good. You should try it if you live in North Carolina. Yeah. No one knew who the fuck I was. I probably had like 300 subscribers or followers on TikTok. No one knew who the fuck I was.
No one gave a shit who you were.
No one gives a shit still, but like this was even way before that.
Hey, I give a shit. How about that?
I appreciate it very much. But anyway, so I do this review and I upload it. And I don't think anything of it. And I tagged the distillery in it. And like, I remember them liking it and being like, holy shit, that's really cool. So flash forward like 6 months later to that, I'm in North Carolina. I find out they're doing this double oak pick, and it's like, it's a panel. So you pay $10, which is fucking nothing. You pay $10 and you go and you get to have this whole experience where you get to pick a single barrel. And the thing they didn't tell everyone at that point, when they did that, if you picked barrel A, B, C, or what, I think there were 4 options, A, B, C, or D, no matter which one you picked, they would let you know when that barrel was being bottled. So like it's like if you really didn't like A, but A was the winner, and you really like D, that's fine. When D gets barreled, they let you know. Like, it was super cool, and they didn't tell anybody that at the time, but that's how they did it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. So I do the review, or I'm sorry, I do the tasting. I don't tell anybody. Like, I think I had a camera with me, or I was filming on my phone. And then at the very end of it, like, I didn't say shit. I was with my mom and my fiance. I didn't say shit. And because I you know me, dude, I'm not the guy that like talks about himself when he's like, I don't like doing it.
Yeah.
I actually,
you don't put yourself over.
Dude, caveat to this story. So we'll get into this too in this episode.
This man took his fiance into his mama to a barrel pick.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
What the fuck does that say?
Exactly. So here's the funny thing, dude. This is so funny. So last week I'm at, and this is to prove my point that I don't talk about myself. Last week I'm at the Green River tasting that I told you about.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to this lady, and she's just like picking my brain about bourbon. And then Sam, because it was a 5-star event, Sam from 5-star comes over. And she's like talking about whiskey and like talking about all the YouTubers and stuff that she watches to learn whiskey stuff. And Sam goes, "Do you know who that is?" He points to me, and she's like, "No." And she goes like, "Dude, he knows what the fuck he's talking about." He's like, he does YouTube and shit. And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "You didn't tell her?" I was like, "No, man. I'm gonna fucking go like, hey, when you get home, make sure you watch hours of my face talking at you. Like, no, I'm not gonna fucking tell someone to go watch me. Like, what are you talking about?" And he was he was like, "No, dude. He like Sam was like, he knows what he's talking about. Listen to him. Like, trust his opinion and all that shit." So Sam, I know you listen to these. I appreciate it very, very much. But that's like
5-star.
Sam,
5-star is a great fucking store.
Yeah, he says he watches and listens, so fuck yeah to Sam. But like, I wanted people to know that like I don't talk about, even now I don't do it.
No, I'm not.
I'd rather someone come across me naturally. That's way more valuable.
Absolutely, and I'm not going to talk shit about Sam or 5-star. The only criticism I have, it is a little cramped, but.
What are you going to do?
If you go,
what, are you going to make the building bigger? What are you expecting
exactly.
to do?
No, but you know what?
This wasn't at 5-star, the event.
No. But I'm just saying in general, 5-star is a little cramped, but weirdly enough, in that cramped, I don't know, I'm unsureness, you can sort of end up bouncing ideas off people, you know?
Yeah, I've had many people ask me questions while I'm in
Exactly.
there
You go,
because you're so
"Well,
close
what are
to
you
each
looking
other.
for?
Yeah,
What are you
exactly.
looking for? Well, man, I really like this and this. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, hey, I love this and this. And next thing you know, they're walking out with the bottle you suggested,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. That's what's cool about Five Star, and their picks are
Incredible.
pretty fucking good for our area.
They're
man.
incredible. No. Their picks are incredible. Incredible.
And what do we have? Maybe 6 stores in our area that do picks. There's
There's
pretty
like
spot
Big
on.
C, Bronson, 5 Star, MDP.
I don't even fuck with Bronson, dude. Fuck Bronson. MDP, I mean, they're okay.
No,
but
I love Kevin. I love Kevin.
I look at
Shout out to MDP.
5-star. I look at, for my area, 5-star, MDP, and Big C. That's for my area.
Big C charges more than any of those people you just mentioned.
Not really, man. Depending,
they're charging $300 for their gold pick that's coming up.
Really?
Blanton's Gold, yep, $300.
Wow. Okay,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's $139 bottle retail. So, yeah. Anyway, I do this barrel pick with them. It's the double oaked Father's Day pick, which I still have, and I don't touch it except on Father's Day, literally.
I've had that, and it's
good, right?
Bottle.
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
So
that's really good shit.
Yeah, and that was the one that I picked. That was like the one that I liked the most out of the 3 or 4 options, whatever it was. Go back and watch the video, you'll see. So anyway, after the pick, everyone's getting up to leave, and Thomas Thatcher. I think it's Thatcher. I don't know how to say his last name. It's one of those things I've only ever read it. I've never said it. He goes, "Hey Brad, did you mind sticking around for a minute?" And I was like, "Uh-oh." What'd I do? Did a credit card not go through or something? Like, what the fuck happened? And I was like, yeah, and I was like, hey, how do you guys know me or whatever? And he's like, oh no, we've seen your reviews. Like, we really like your stuff, and we really appreciate it. And he goes, you have a really good palate. And I was like, oh, thanks, man, I appreciate it. And he goes, that was the one that our master distiller liked. And the reason that was so funny was because our table didn't like another one of the barrels, and I had to literally talk them into why the one that I liked was the better of the two, and I was right. That one had like a weird funky bitterness to it that they liked, and I was like, if you like that, that's fine, but like this is not like the best of them. Like objectively, like it can be your favorite, but it's not the best. We're trying to pick the best one. And then like they eventually came around, and he was like listening to me this whole time talking to these people. And he goes, what are you doing on Wednesday? And this was like a Monday night or something, or whatever the fuck day he said. I don't remember. I think he said Friday. I think it was Wednesday, and it was supposed to be. And then he goes, what are you doing Friday? And I was like, nothing. What's up? And he goes, well, every year we do a thing called the Founders Reserve Pick. Are you free to come do that with us on Friday? Would you be willing to do it? And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, I'll come do a fucking pick with you.
Fuck yeah.
So I do the pick. This is the story I've told where there was a barrel that we really, really liked, but was already sold to a South Carolina bourbon club. So we had to do like a backup pick. But this is a story within a story. So I get a call from him like 6 weeks later. He goes, hey, I got a question for you. I go, okay. He goes, you know that barrel that we really, really, really liked? I was like, yeah. He goes, would you mind if that's the Founders Reserve pick? And I was like, fuck no. He goes, good. He goes, good. The South Carolina Barrel Club that picked it backed out of the barrel. And he goes, so we can use it. And I was like, put it in a bottle right now. And he was like, okay. He goes, I didn't want to do it because we picked that one and like that. And I was like, no, dude, this one's incredible. And it's to this day, I break this motherfucking bottle out, and everyone loses their shit over it.
So kind of,
you've had it before.
Spoiler alert. Oh yeah, dude, that Father's Day bottle is amazing.
No, not that one. The Founders Reserve, the one that tastes like bubble gum.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I mean, hence kind of semi spoiler alert. You know, yeah, I'm getting there. Their stuff is fucking stupid good.
It's good. So anyway, the cool thing he did was he gave me
mom and pop.
Yeah, 100%. He gave me a bottle of the actual barrel pick that we did when my mom went to go pick up the bottle for me. So super sweet, super generous guy. Anyway, so flash cut. So I say all of this to say they sent me a bottle the other day.
Oh.
Okay. You have to understand that I like them, and that's why they sent me the bottle. Okay. I sought them out. I went and I paid for events. I paid for bottles. and they invited me for tasting. Like they like me because I'm honest with them. And there's been stuff from them that I don't like. They have they have a French oak finish that I do not like at all. I think the reason why I don't like it is their mash bill is so sweet. It doesn't jive with the French oak. I've told them that. Like, it's just not my thing.
Huh.
And like, I'm honest with them, and like, they appreciate it. They don't give a shit. It's not for me. That doesn't mean it's not. Yeah. It's just not my thing, and they don't care. So I say this,
mean it's not someone else's.
Exactly.
It's just not your thing.
And so I say this to say they sent me a bottle the other day of a 6-year happy birthday bottle.
Oh, that sounds like I need a pour of it.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. It's Virginia. I'm sorry, I was reading something. It's Virginia's birthday barrel. So people who are listening to this, it's probably gone. So I did a review of this, and it got thousands of views across YouTube and TikTok. And I was telling people, like, this is so. The funny thing about it is, I record my videos in batches. Right before I recorded the Conviction video, I recorded the Russell's 15 video. I drank the Russell's 15. I really enjoyed it. I drank this 6-year pick from Conviction, and in my video, you can watch me. I start cackling, laughing, and I'm like, "This is better than Russell's 15." It's better. It's just better. It's just simply better, objectively better. And so I was talking to them, and I was like, I was like, did anyone call for the barrel pick? And he goes, oh my God. He goes, a lot of people called. And I was like, okay. And so that got my gears going. I was like, I wonder if I could do a barrel pick with them. Would it sell out? Would I be able to, would I have to sit on 10 grand worth of whiskey?
Exactly.
Or could I sell them? So I start messaging my friends, like in my little groups, and I'm like, would you be interested? So And then Thomas, the owner, he goes, we could do like a half barrel pick where we keep half of the bottles for the gift shop, and then you keep half of the bottles for whatever you want to do. Like, we can send them to Florida. We can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And I was like, done. So long story short, I'm doing a Conviction barrel pick that's going to be a Brad's Bourbon Reviews barrel pick.
Oh,
and it's gonna. I
so
know.
Awesome. And
they are going. They know me enough. They are going to give me full reins of this fucking distillery, bro. And I'm going to pick something that is going to knock your fucking dick into the dirt.
Let's make an agreement here right now on the podcast between you and me. No review until we post it here on the podcast first.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree to that.
Come on, man. Give me a Jan 1. Give me a Jan 1. Send it out there. Let other people review it, but no review of yours.
I'm not going to say
just an idea.
Here's what I will agree to do. I will agree to release it first on the podcast.
There you go.
Okay.
But
I'll record the video and do all that stuff and promote it. But because if I wait until it's already here, I'm going to be fucked.
True. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, true.
So I gotta have some tact to this.
But the only review that's gonna matter is BSK's review.
No, that's not true. That's the one I won't care for. What you say?
Bullshit. That's the review that's gonna be 100% honest. Because I'm gonna have a virgin palate, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm very excited about it, man. It's a really cool opportunity for me.
It's fucking awesome, man. I mean, straight out. Like I said to you earlier, put me down for definitely one. I at least want one to sit on the shelf, even if I don't open it. You know,
sounds like you need two of them. So one to open, one to have it as a trophy.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Fuck it, yeah. Hey, breaking news here on the podcast first. Fuck it, put me down for two.
I also will tell you something else. Remind me to tell you something off air about this.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, fuck, I gotta have one that looks good on my shelf for my boy, and another one to go ahead and try a little bit, and to be a monster and mix with Coke.
I'll kill you. Yeah, I'm excited about it, man. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be
Hell
fun.
Yeah,
I love going up there.
Dude.
I love this. Was my first like official barrel pick, and there's other than Jack Daniels, there's no one that I would rather it be with than these guys, because these guys
absolutely
have been cool with me from the fucking jump. Jack Daniels doesn't know who the fuck I am.
Exactly, man. I can't say nothing about this spot because the stuff of theirs you've had me
It's
try
incredible.
all of that, all of what you have, and
Dude,
yeah, I
I
mean
always I've told
great
this story.
stuff.
I've told this story before, but I brought so I went to my buddy Robert Fernandez's house when I did that epic tasting that night with him, and I was
Right.
like, what can I fucking bring that this dude doesn't have or hasn't tried? And I was like, well, it's my fucking double oaked pick that I did with
Exactly.
them. You know what happened? They crushed that entire bottle.
Holy
And
shit!
everyone was going, "What the fuck is this stuff?"
Wow.
And because I've done a few barrel, I've done three. Technically, I've done three picks with them already, but none of
And
them.
that was a great
None of them have
bottle,
my name
dude.
on it. This one's gonna have my name on it. And
That was
if you think I'm not gonna go and fucking pull out all the stops for this that have something with my name on it that's not the best thing on my shelves, you got another thing coming. I'm coming fucking hard. I will try
absolutely,
every
dude.
goddamn barrel in that fucking whole place.
I mean, that's a no duh kind of statement, man. You don't want to release something that's got your name on it that's shitty. You know, by
I
no
won't.
means, no creator
I go
out
up
there
there,
wants to do that.
full stop, and they'll hear this. If I go up there and there's nothing that I would put my name on, I'm not going to put my name on it.
Absolutely, I would completely agree with you on that. I mean, I would love to be a part of something like this, but I understand my position right now, and that's cool. I'm completely okay with that. I look at it from my perspective. It's like, man, if you don't come at me with something that's like, yeah, I'm gonna put my name on this, or man, I'm giving my buddy my opinion, dude, don't put your name on any of this shit. Walk the fuck away.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. If they're not gonna come with the fucking heat, dude, be like, hey, listen, come at me, holler at me in like 8, 9 months, you know.
Yeah, there was something that I had from them that they really liked, and I was like, this needs more time. And I tried it again 6 months later, and it was completely different.
It's crazy, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I've noticed that now with bottles I've opened and are just sitting. A Russell's Reserve single barrel I have was really harsh on the front when I fresh cracked it. Now it's mellowed out a bit, and there's many others that just don't sit right when you fresh pop them, but 2, 3, 4 weeks later, they're different. They taste better. You know, that's a fine art that's lost. And again, everyone is subjective. Everyone's palate's different. But I've been really enjoying, like, I'll stick it in the back of the bar and forget about it, and then start shuffling through and rearranging things. And oh shit, I found this OGD 114. Let me give that a shot again. 5 weeks later, and it's amazing. It's weird how that type of shit hits you.
Totally. What's
I
your
love
what's your
that.
what's your dream barrel pick?
If I could go to any distillery and have a barrel pick,
Yep. You have full. You have fuck yous, fuck you money, and you want a barrel for yourself that you're going to take home to yourself. I mean, for yourself, and you give it to people and stuff. But it's just for you. It's got your name on it.
Wow.
What's your pick? Also, I think I'm going to try to have them do the dump date of this as my birthday. By the way.
Wow, man. I could give you my top two right off the bat.
Give me two.
If that's number one, Maker's Mark.
A Maker's Mark pick, like one of the private selections.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number two would be a Jack Daniel's BP.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about, man, I don't care where you are in your whiskey journey. Anyone who hears this, spend the money on a Jack Daniel's barrel proof.
Mm-hmm. I preach this all the time.
Fucking amazing.
Not the rye, the actual Jack Daniels.
The regular.
The rye is great too, but the regular.
Oh, the rye is amazing as well. But if you're not into rye whiskey yet,
it's not gonna
get the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Anything 125 plus is just a tour de force of flavor. Mm-hmm. It's unreal.
It's unreal.
It is second to none, dude. And
it's incredible. The one I have is spectacular. Dude, I got
the
lucky
one I
as
opened,
fuck. That one's so good.
I opened another one of my 375s about a week ago, and holy shit, man.
I have two. You ready for my two? I have two. I would love to do I have three actually. I have three.
I probably have three. My third
What's
would
your
probably
third?
be
Go for your
Wild
third.
Turkey.
Wild Turkey, like a 101 single barrel pick, or a
Yeah,
Russell's Reserve
101 or
pick.
like a rare breed, maybe a Russell's.
Kentucky Spirit. You could do a Kentucky Spirit pick. Those are picks.
No, I'd do a rare breed.
Rare breed. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I have three. So my first one would be I would love, and this is more for sentimental reasons, because I don't feel like there's a ton of variation in them, but it just would be cool to have my own version of it. E.H. Taylor single barrel. I love E.H. Taylor. But
Agreed.
that's some special shit with me and Holly getting engaged, and we opened a E.H. Taylor a small batch that day. So that's kind of a sentimental reason.
Absolutely agreed, man. My only issue with single barrel products like that, and we've discussed this before, is when you're not giving me stats. I want to know the barrel.
At the distillery they do. At the distillery they give you stats.
That
they
bugs
just don't,
me a little bit with their stuff.
But when you go to do these picks, they give you stats.
Right.
When you go do that, they give you stats.
I'll take nothing away from E.H. Taylor single barrel, man.
So
I've tried it a few times. It's
great.
Very good whiskey. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if you can get it at the right price.
Yep. The other one I would do, the second one I would do, would be a Blanton's Gold, because to me, that is the best version of Blanton's I've ever had. I think it's just the best. It's like whatever they do at that proof point, it's just magic for that mash bill.
I can't disagree with you, man. I've never had straight from the barrel, and
you haven't.
Spoiler, no, and
I have
spoiler.
one. I haven't opened it yet.
Spoiler alert! Once I feel better and we get together, then yeah, I will eventually. I hope to sample it, but man, Blanton's Gold. Yeah,
Blanton's Gold is still better from what I've had from
it's
straight from the barrel.
It's special.
It's
there's
good.
something about it, There's something about
it's magic.
There's something about those Buffalo Trace products, man. And I know I give Buffalo Trace a lot of shit. There's something about those Buffalo Trace products when you're talking Blanton's Gold, GTS, WLW, the BTAC stuff. When you get into that 150, 200 range, there's something special about it, And it's weird even for me to say that.
I think the world just stopped, Timmy. I think you may have just broken it.
Possibly, man. I mean, shit, dude. I'm gonna admit it first right here in our area. You got the text from me. I was overjoyed to get back in the vault, bro. If within the year I can get my hands on the WLW, I will completely retire bourbon hunting.
If there's something in there you don't want to buy, let me know.
Believe me, if there's anything in there I don't want,
that.
At least for $200, I'm buying it. I'm not.
No, I know, but like, if there's a day where you're like, I don't want a fucking Blanton's, I'm like, I'll take it.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, anything I can get in that fucker, I'm gonna buy. Even if it's an Eagle Rare, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it.
Of course you are, because you're a fucking liar and you have no morals. My last barrel pick that I would do is I would bribe someone at Jack Daniels to let me do a 10-year pick.
Oh, you bastard!
A Jack Daniels 10-year Brad's Bourbon Review pick would be fucking legend.
Now,
dude,
okay,
you want to talk about a legendary fucking pick?
Would that be a 10-year pick or a 10-year barrel proof pick?
No, 10-year pick. It's got to get water. Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm gonna hold judgment on that. For right now, I'm gonna say what the 97 proof that it comes at. The reason is I think the 14 is barrel proof.
I think the 14 was gonna come out at like 117. I thought that.
I thought that was barrel proof. Was why?
Yeah, it was something like that in the 115.
Let me see how it is at a higher age or at a higher proof, because I don't know yet. If I try that 14 and it's like fuck good, because I already know I'm getting one. So if I try that and it's like fuck you good, then okay, I'll change my mind. But for now, I think, to me, Jack 10 2 is perfect. Is about as good as you can get. It might be my number one all time.
Oh, I'll take nothing away from Jack 10 Batch 3, man. It's phenomenal.
Batch 3 sucks.
I love it.
2 is the best.
I personally love it.
I shouldn't say it sucks. It's just not as good to me as 2.
Well, I mean, you've got the two others to compare to.
Three's got a bitter note that's just not in there for me. It's just not it.
I mean, again, what we've been saying all along,
And it
it's
doesn't
all
really.
subjective,
Yeah,
you know?
well, yeah, dumbasses. But I know that. But this is my opinion. This is my show,
Well, it's your
and my
opinion,
my
but your
opinion
opinion's
is to
wrong.
is to is to say that it's not good.
Well, that's you, you fuck,
I
and your
well, yeah, I
opinion's
know.
wrong.
That's why I said it's my opinion. I know it's me.
Well, we know what opinions are like.
Yes, you, a fucking asshole. I also would love to do, and this is like my caveat, maybe would be an Old Fitz 10-year pick.
That
Old
would be
Fitz, that'd
interesting.
be interesting
Something,
because I don't know if they don't do them, but like if I had fuck you money, I'm sure I could weasel my way into one.
yeah, something, something Heaven Hill or like deep cut
I would
Jim
say
Beam.
fuck it and do a mellow corn pick, bro.
Right?
I love mellow
Give
corn.
me a give me a 10-year-old mellow corn.
10-year
That's what's
mellow
up.
corn, baby. Let's go.
But like a deep cut Jim Beam, you know, sort of like get a 9, 10, 11-year-old Jim Beam
Yeah.
Booker's sort of product. Hell yeah,
that'd
man.
be
Shit,
nice.
why the hell wouldn't you?
Why not? If you got fuck you money, what are you doing?
Right?
Have you,
For
just out of
fuck.
curiosity, I'm looking at it right now. Have you tried Russell's 15?
Absolutely not. I have
No?
not.
Okay.
Come on, really? Come on.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you got going on over there.
Really? When the fuck have I? And
Why are you acting like it's hard to find? It's on every goddamn shelf here.
I don't look for that shit, man.
Well,
so
that's your fault.
$2.50. Come on, man.
It's
There's no
it's a
fucking way
15-year-old bottle. What are you talking about? Fuck that.
Dude, okay, so you brought this up to me a while ago. Well, it's supposed to be $10 for
No,
every
I didn't say
year
it's
of
supposed to be. I
age.
said it's a good rule of thumb.
So if at $10 for every year of age, Russell's 15 would be $150.
Okay, and so
Whereas
by well, hang on, stop.
how did they justify the other 100?
So then, by that measure, Eagle Rare should be $100.
No, Eagle
Exactly.
Rare should
So
be
shut
like
the fuck up.
fucking
It's a 10-year.
$50.
Well, not by that rule that you just are going. You're applying that rule to Russell's, but not everyone else. It's a rule of thumb. It's not a hard and fast rule. Meaning, meaning if you see a 6-year-old bourbon and it's $60, okay, it's $10 per year aged. It's just a good baseline. Doesn't mean that's how it goes. These are gonna be. I read somewhere that they had 98,000 bottles, which is a lot, but it's not a lot where it's like. I mean, there's 330 million Americans.
So but did you notice they skipped the 13? How we thought?
What do you mean?
Oh, Russell's 13. When we were getting all those Russell's 13s, they're going to come back in April or May, and they never showed up because apparently they folded that into the 15 release.
Well, good, because the 13 sucked and the 15 is awesome.
I'm not going to say it didn't. I mean, Russell's 13 batch 5 was horrible.
The one I thought it was 3. Was it 5?
I think it was batch 5 that we were getting,
that
man.
And whatever the fuck one that was, it was so bad I traded it.
I have been more than by other people than you. I've been told I'm a fucking idiot, but hey,
yeah, I've been told the same thing. But those
horrible.
people are stupid. They fell into the hype.
Yeah,
but Russell's
exactly.
15, and you know me, I was like, I'm not buying this shit. I didn't like Russell's 13, and I had a friend message me and tell me it was one of the best bourbons he's ever had. While I don't share that sentiment, I am glad I kept one.
Right.
Because I got 2 of them. I got one, and my buddy is getting married soon, and I let him have it instead of me. And then I stumbled upon another one, and I kept the second one.
I'm not opposed to trying.
Well, no shit, you're not opposed to trying it. Who would be opposed?
I'm not opposed if I get the opportunity to try anything, but I'm not like killing myself to look for anything right now, man. It's weird.
Yeah,
There's
you're
really
a weird guy.
on my radar.
Yeah, you're a weirdo.
There's just nothing on my radar, man.
You're a fucking weirdo.
There's nothing I give enough of a shit about to like go out and hardcore hunt.
Yeah, well, that's your fault. Stag 24A is good.
I've heard mixed about it.
I get it. It drinks harsh for me. This is one of those ones for me where I go like, okay.
I've heard it's pretty hot.
It is very hot. I'm giving, and you can see my review, and I'm honest in my review. I think I gave like a 7.8, which is pretty low for a Stag, for me, because I love Stag.
Right.
But it's not great. All right, brother. Let's wrap this fucking episode up. This was a fun one.
Do it.
We're back, bitches, and we're not going anywhere, unfortunately. So. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you guys on the next one. Until then, on behalf of myself and the BSK, cheers.
We're out.